Hello, and welcome to Know Before You Go for the 17th Sunday in Ordinary Time. I'm Father Scott Steinkerchner, coming to you from our front porch at St. Martin de Porres House here in Oak Park, Illinois. I want to start with the second reading today from Paul's letter to the Ephesians because I think it's key. Paul urges the Ephesians to live in a manner worthy of the call you have received. And he unpacks that for them. There is one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. If we are truly followers of the one God who made all things, then if we believe God is in us, we believe God must be in everyone. He is in all. So though we might be separated from people in faith, or though they be enemies, we can't wander that far away, because it is the same God in us all. And not just people. God is in all. So all creation is imbued with God. And we are one with it all, if we are in touch with the fact that we are one with God. So now in the first reading from 2 Kings, we have Elisha who is in touch with that. Elisha has been doing all of these miracles showing God's closeness to the people, God's care for the people. And so now a man comes from Baal Shalisha, a worshiper of a foreign god, Baal, and he comes to Elisha with 20 barley loaves made from the first fruits to give to Elisha. And Elisha says, we'll give it to the people to eat. And the man points out, there's 100 people. This will be nothing for them. Give it to them. And the people eat their fill, and there was some left over. Elisha understood these blessings of this God are not for me. Do you see that? They are for everyone. And so if you have bread to give from somewhere, share it with everyone. And that blessing will be enough. 20 barley loaves for 100 people, it will be enough, because God's blessings are enough when they're shared among us. Beautiful. But of course, in the gospel, Jesus needs to go one more beyond that. So Jesus comes back from the land of the Gentiles, back into Jewish territory, and goes up on the mountain, and there's a huge crowd, 5,000, because he's become very popular. And so he sits down and he asks Philip, where can we buy bread to feed all of these people? Philip says 6 months' wages wouldn't be enough to buy even a morsel for each of them. But Andrew pipes up, well, there is a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what's that among so many people? Jesus has them sit down. He blesses the barley loaves. He blesses the fish. They give them to everyone, and everyone eats their fill. And then Jesus says, so that nothing may be lost, gather up the fragments left over. And so they filled 12 wicker baskets with the leftovers from the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. And people see that, and they see the miracle that's been done. And so Jesus departs from them. 5 barley loaves for 5,000 people. Clearly there isn't even a scrap for each one of them, and there's 12 baskets left over. A miracle has happened where we bring our blessings and we offer it to everyone as God would have us do, because God is in all, and God can bless that and make it multiply in ways we can't even comprehend. But we'll be able to see and know that this is God's doing, not our own doing. But then Jesus also says, well, let's make sure that nothing is lost. He not only respects the people, he respects the barley loaves and the fish who gave their lives. Collect it up so it's not wasted. He cares about everything. The people, yes, but all of creation. Would that we care about that so that nothing is wasted. So there's always some left over for the stragglers and those who come after us. That is completely understanding that God is one and is in all. So, having taught that lesson, Jesus doesn't stay around to win the adulation of the people. He withdraws to let them think about it. Because it's not about Jesus in this moment as the hero. It's about the miracle of God that they just witnessed and what will be their response. Will they understand that with God, if we take what we're given, however small we think it is, bless it, share it, it will be more than enough for everyone. Because God loves everyone. If we understand that, then we have understood what Jesus wants us to understand. Then we are truly his followers. Do we live that way? Out of a sense of blessing, so that we can be generous and trust? Or do we live in a miserly way, where we parcel out the little bit that we have to make sure that the people we care about have enough, and don't worry about our environment, the world around us? The first way is the way of Jesus, the way of a Christian, those who believe in the one God. Which is our way? That's what we're confronted with this week. God bless you in that discernment for yourself